Imagine we're setting up a digital butler who can keep things in order even if we step out. First, we check if our house is equipped with the right gadgets for our butler to operate. This is like checking for service worker and sync manager support in our web app. With the coast clear, we sign up our butler, give them a unique badge, and voila! They're all set to synchronize our chores even when we're offline. If the gear's not in place though, well, just know our house isn't ready for such tech just yet. Imagine you're writing code for a web app, and you want to sync user data in the background when their internet comes back. But here's the catch. You need the user's permission to do that, and not all browsers play ball. So, you check first if the browser digs the idea of a service worker and the whole background sync jazz with Sync Manager. When the coast is clear, you get the service worker on standby to register the sync. If it hits a snag, or the browser's just not into it, your console will spit out a message to let you know the sync can't happen, or that your browser is living in the past. Imagine we've got a digital helper that makes sure our messages are sent off to the cloud, even when our internet takes a hike. So here's the magic spell our helper uses. It waits for the signal to send data. When it gets the nod, under the tag Send Data, it whips up some background wizardry to get that data sent, patiently trying until it's done. If something goes awry, it lets us know with a red flag. It's like having an incredibly patient postman living in our computer. Imagine we're hiking with poor cell reception, and your phone fails to send a message. Instead of retrying manually, we use a service worker to cleverly store your message in a queue. Our little digital assistant is on the lookout, waiting for a good signal. Once we're back in civilization, voila! Our service worker springs into action, automatically sending all queued messages. It's like teaching your phone to send postcards from your trip, only after you're home and it has a strong connection. Imagine this. You're on your favorite app, but suddenly you hit a dead zone, no internet. But, no panic. There's magic under the hood. When you make a request, if the app can't reach the cloud because you're offline, it'll show a friendly message that says, "You are offline." The requested content will be sent when you are back online. Then, the app quietly waits until the connection is back. Once it is, it springs into action, automatically sending all the data it queued up while you were offline. It's like having an internet guardian angel making sure you're always in the loop. Hey there! So when you want to see how the background sync feature works offline, it's actually pretty cool. You pretend you're offline using your browser's DevTools, and then you do your stuff in the app. Now, because you're offline, it queues the sync until you go online again. When you flip back to online in DevTools, it's as if you got the internet back, and voila, the sync kicks in. It fires off sync events, and you can watch the magic happen. It's like making your app patient until it can talk to the server again. Pretty neat, huh? Imagine you're writing code that syncs data in the background. Sometimes, things go wrong. A network hiccup or a server timeout. That's when you catch those sneaky errors in the sync event. With a catch block, you log the mishap and even smarter, queue up a retry. It's like teaching your code to pick itself up, dust off, and say, "I'll try syncing again." Implementing retries could be the difference between a brief glitch and a major headache for users relying on seamless data updates. Hey there! So, when it comes to keeping web apps in sync, there's this rad feature called the Background Sync API. It lets your app sync up in the background once you're back online. But here's the catch. Not all browsers are cool with it yet. In this code, we're checking if both Service Worker and Sync Manager are available. If they are, we're good to go and register for syncing. If not, no sweat. We've got a neat fallback. We just listen for when you're online again and fire our own sync function. It's like having an ace up your sleeve. Hey, so there's this thing called the Background Sync API that's really handy for deferring tasks until there's a solid net connection. But here's the catch, it's not limitless. Imagine you've got a bucket, it's your browser's storage quota. Now, every time your app wants to sync data in the background, it's like pouring water into the bucket. We need to check if it overflows before doing the task because if it does, whoops. Syncing's a no-go, and we have to handle the spillover gracefully. Imagine you've got this superpower to tell your app to remember to do something later, like send emails, when the internet plays hide and seek. With service workers, it's like having diligent little helpers waiting in the wings. By using special tags like critical sync, we signal our service worker to prioritize certain tasks when the connection comes back. It's like telling your most trusted worker, hey, this is top priority. Handle it first. And for everything else, there's non-critical sync, telling them to chill a bit and get to it when the big stuff's done.